Yo, what's up, guys? Just read this news here of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate arrested once more. I think a year later from their initial house arrest release, somewhere around that time. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Romania was not able to find anything on these guys. Nothing that indicates that they are guilty or have done anything wrong against the law. And now the UK has gotten involved and issued an arrest warrant through Romania, and it's insane. It's absolutely crazy that this is happening again. Anyone with half a brain, with any common sense, with any functioning brain cells, can tell that this is all bullshit. This is all a lie. This is all fabricated to just ruin the reputation of an influential figure like Andrew Tate. Because Andrew Tate is extremely influential. He spreads an amazing word to the world. His message is pure and it's a force for good. And he has absolutely changed the world and made men all over the world realize what's going on in the world, and he's made people realize that the governments don't give a fuck about you. They only care about control. They only care about keeping you docile and weak and depressed. So you're put in line and you just do your work every single day. You get paid a minuscule salary to be able to pay for basic things such as food and a roof over your head, which is just basic, just things for survival. But you get enough money to be able to cover those costs, the cost of survival. And sad that this is happening again. So just to read about this, we're just arrested again. This arrest is much more sinister and disturbing, though, than the last one. The details of what just happened may take you 76 levels of angry. What the fuck does that mean? This was not the doing of some random officials in a small country. Disgustingly, one of the most powerful governments in the world is actually behind it. UK authorities reached their authoritarian arm over 1,000 miles away and commanded their arrests in Romania. Surely they must have done something really bad to deserve an arrest warrant from the UK. Right? Nope. They were ripped from their home by men with guns over BS allegations from an entire fucking decade ago. The charges are related to allegations of sexual aggression in a UK case dating back to 2012 through 2015. Not recent, not substantiated. On the contrary, the Tate brothers have shown overwhelming evidence the accusations against them are false. Yet here we are with them having to spend even more time behind bars after already being held unjustly for months by Romanian authorities. Couldn't even pinpoint legitimate charges against them despite trying very hard. Make no mistake, this is not justice or even the pursuit of it. This is further punishment by the global elites for daring to challenge them. Soon freedom will be dead across the globe if the evil people behind the horrendous misuses of the legal system are not stopped. Yeah, I think we're on a very dark trajectory. I don't think the world has a bright future. I think control is gonna go to other levels, new levels with AI, with CBDCs and everything that is being launched into the world. Money printing, inflation is fucking us over even harder. Our money is not even worth anything at this point, and it's going to get even worse in the future. We have a currency that's not even backed by a commodity. It's not backed by anything, just being printed out of thin air. And it's sad to see where the world is going. Then we have a voice of truth, that is Andrew Tate, that speaks against all the corruption, all the evil that's going on. And, to quiet him down, they put him in jail. They fabricate some lies against him and they get him in jail behind bars. When, as I said, anyone with half a brain can tell that this is all fake, this is all fabricated, but it's sad. It's sad that this is happening. It's sad that the elites have as much control as they have. It's sad that, that free speech doesn't even exist. Outside of X, the platform I'm on, Twitter. I don't like to call it X, but outside of Twitter, there is no free speech. Even on Twitter, there's no free speech. You know, everything you say can have major consequences on your life. If you have a large enough audience and a large enough influence over people, and you express your right to free speech on Twitter, you can still get fucked over. You know, sure, you can post whatever you want on Twitter. Well, not whatever you want. There are some guidelines, of course. You can't post, violent shit and stuff like that. But as long as you like have opinions that don't hurt anyone, you're allowed to post that. That wasn't the case before Elon took over. So Elon is a blessing to the world. Rumble is another platform where you can exercise your free speech, your rights to free speech. But even with these platforms, you don't really have free speech. You can get fucked over by anything you decide to say. So I just find this very, very sad. You know, obviously this man has done nothing wrong. He's just standing up against injustice and corruption. But that's not lightly taken by the global elites and the people who rule the world, because there's a lot of money on the line, a lot of control on the line. And when you have someone as influential as him, speaking truth, influencing people for the good, yeah, he's already done a bunch of harm for them, for the elites and the governments and the people who rule the world ever since 2022. And they've been trying to get this guy for all this time. And no one's buying it anymore. But the elites and these corrupt bastards, they can do whatever they want. And I don't know when this is going to stop. I don't know when their corruption is coming to a stop. I don't know how people are going to stand up against them. I don't know how we can stand up against them. They are too powerful for us. And, you know, it's just insane how much power they have over the world. And they can do anything they want. And there's nothing we can do about it. They can just screw us over, fuck us over, and completely ruin people's lives that have the right to speak the truth and speak freely as you should be. But even with freedom of speech as you claim to have in countries like the US, it's bullshit. There's no freedom of speech. There's only freedom of speech under certain parameters and guidelines. But as soon as you cross these guidelines and parameters and you become too influential, there's no free speech. Even with platforms like Twitter and Rumble, if you have too much influence, this will happen to you. Mind you, Andrew Tate is not even on YouTube. He's not on YouTube. He's not on IG. He's not on any of those platforms that are owned by that are just bot companies, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Bot companies, and they have a specific and certain agenda that they want to spread to the world. So, yeah, I don't know what's... I'm very intrigued to see what happens with all this and how this case unfolds. But I don't think it's going to end well for them. I genuinely don't think it's going to end well for them. And it's very, very sad, because these are innocent men with families, with people who love them and depend on them. These are innocent men that are changing the world for the better. People are not, the media is not talking about the good that they actually do. They have a charity called Tate Pledge, I believe, where they're donating tens of millions of dollars to, poor countries, and just helping people have, food in their stomachs and a roof over their heads. But that's not covered by the mainstream media. This is what's covered. Bullshit reasons and accusations like, what do you have? Sexual aggression, human trafficking, rape charges, all this bullshit that anyone with half a brain can see through. But unfortunately, as long as there are sheep on this world and in this planet, things like this will keep happening. Injustice, because sheep will fall for anything. They will think the governments have their best interest at heart. They will think the governments actually give a fuck about them and that they actually are trying to help them. And they will believe anything they are told by the mainstream media. Andrew Tate is a human trafficker. He's a rapist. He's this and that. And they'll attack Andrew Tate then, because the media told them, Andrew Tate is this and that. That's crazy how easy they fall for everything. And people who are sheep will always give power to the global elites. Because if you have a bunch of people you can easily fool and they believe anything you say, you have power. A lot of it. Imagine if there were no sheep on this planet and everyone saw through their bullshit. You think they'd have the same level of control that they do right now? Absolutely not. They'd had no control at all. But because there are sheep in this world, because there are people who can't think for themselves, NPCs, weak individuals who believe anything the governments tell them, shit like this will keep happening. Injustice. And it's crazy to see. But yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about this, what you think about this, these news. If you think it's just, and if you have any thoughts at all, any opinions about this, and if you think the same way that I do, that it's all bullshit and that you can see right through it and see the actual reasons behind their new arrest. But yeah, absolutely sad to see. I hope this turns out for the better. But something tells me that, you know, if they go for arresting them once more, after having failed miserably, you know, this time they're gonna probably, you know, succeed with keeping them behind bars. Even if it's not right, even if it's unjust, this world is extremely unjust, and yeah, I think this is where it's heading. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think the world has a bright future. I think everything's about to get more and more controlled. The food supply, what everyone does, where people are, people's money. The money is already controlled as it is. Like, for instance, I have a Swedish bank that allows me to maximum make 15,000 Swedish crowns in withdrawals every single week. That's like 1.5k USD. And that's the max. Even if I want to take out more, to maybe buy crypto, buy this or that, whatever, I can't do it. I can't do it because they don't allow me to do that. And that's just the beginning. That's the kind of control they have over us, and the control will become worse. Now they're trying to get Andrew Tate out of the way so they can start initiating their new world order and start initiating their new laws, push their new laws, their new agendas, and their new restrictions, and make us true slaves. And this is scary. All of it is scary. And with the advancements of AI as well, it's going to be way easier for them to do all of this. Because robots have no feelings, they have no mercy, and people cannot resist AI. You know, you can't. Eventually, AI will be so advanced we won't be able to resist it. So the Matrix movie is actually, it's actually it's actually like a future prediction, a prediction of where humans will be and where the world will be in the future. And yeah, crazy that all of this is happening. But yeah, guys, I feel like I've rambled for too long right now. Just wanted to share this, and yeah, I'm legitimately scared for the future, and hopefully I'm proven wrong, hopefully. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Cheers.